She posted a photo with her husband just months before she died. Caption: "My world." But behind that perfect image, he was planning something. Something that required a jigsaw, a meat grinder, and 2 containers of acid. Switzerland, February 13th, 2024. A quiet suburb outside Basel called Binningen, known locally as Golden Hill. Wealthy families live here. The streets are spotless. Usually, the biggest incident is a badly parked car. Closed to 5:30 p.m., 2 little girls wait at daycare. Their mother, 38-year-old Christina Yakimovich, never arrives. Staff call her. No answer. They call her husband, Mark Reebin. Nothing. They contact Christina's father. He knows something is wrong. The grandfather picks up his granddaughters and drives to his son-in-law's house. Christina was born April 15, 1986, in Switzerland to a Serbian family. At 16, a modeling scout approached her. By 2007, she won Miss Northwest Switzerland. She traveled internationally for photo shoots and launched her own coaching agency. She mentored young women entering the industry. In December 2016, Mark Reebin entered her life. He came from a wealthy Basel family. They married in August 2017. From the outside, their relationship looked perfect. Christina's social media showcased luxury family life. On August 21, 2023, she posted a beach photo with the caption, "My world." Followers filled comments with praise. But behind closed doors, a different story unfolded. In 2022, Mark launched a new business venture. He became irritable and aggressive. Friends brushed it off as work stress. But the atmosphere inside the house only worsened. Close friends later revealed what was happening. According to friends, Mark humiliated his wife constantly. He dismissed her accomplishments and threatened to separate her from her daughters. Christina prepared for divorce. On July 22, 2023, the aggression turned physical. Christina called police. Officers noticed red marks around her neck. Someone had tried to choke her. But Christina changed her statement. She claimed it was only a verbal argument. Without a formal complaint, police filed a report and left. The case was closed. Investigators later dug into Mark's history. A former girlfriend confirmed these episodes were not new. During their relationship, Mark allegedly drove over her foot intentionally. The cruelty carried over into his marriage. Investigators examined Mark's devices. They discovered a detailed timeline of preparation. 1 month before the crime, Mark purchased an industrial-grade mixer online. It was delivered to the family home and moved into the basement. 2 weeks before February 13th, Mark ordered 2 large containers of hydrochloric acid. This corrosive chemical breaks down organic material. It's not used for household cleaning. The containers were delivered to the home. The purchase dates made the picture clear. Nobody accidentally buys industrial meat equipment and corrosive acid before claiming everything happened during a random argument. Mark had researched disposal methods. He assembled a full setup in the basement. Waiting. During interrogation, Mark sat calmly at the police station. He claimed he found his wife dead at the bottom of the stairs. He went into shock and decided to dispose of the body. When that story failed, he changed his statement. He claimed self-defense. He said Christina grabbed a knife and came at him. She suffered fatal injuries by accident. But forensic evidence was about to destroy his story. Forensic teams processed the basement. They recovered an electric jigsaw with biological material on the blade, a kitchen knife and garden pruner covered in dried blood and tissue. The industrial mixer had already been used. Inside the bowl, processed biological material mixed with tissue fragments. Nearby sat unopened acid containers. The room was a methodical workspace. Mark had acted deliberately. Someone in panic couldn't carry out such systematic work for hours. Medical examiners found no defensive wounds. X-rays revealed a fractured hyoid bone. That bone breaks only when someone's neck is compressed with extreme force. The cause of death was strangulation. Doctors also found older injuries across her body. Fading bruises. Partially healed trauma. The aggression was ongoing. Then investigators uncovered something more disturbing. The victim's uterus had been removed. Criminal psychologists classified it as extreme sadism and hatred toward women. Mark underwent psychiatric evaluation. He displayed psychopathic traits, emotional emptiness, and no remorse. But he was declared fully sane. He was aware of his actions. He understood exactly what he was doing. February 13th morning, Mark prepared the basement. Spread plastic. Arranged tools. Christina returned home that afternoon. He attacked without warning. Wrapped his hands around her neck. Squeezed. She fought back. But his grip never let up. Within minutes, she was gone. Meanwhile, upstairs, Christina's father waited with Mark. Mark was calm. He invited his father-in-law to stay for dinner. He prepared food. He talked with the girls. When asked where Christina was, he said she stepped out. The grandfather slipped away and searched the house. He went downstairs into the basement. In the corner, he saw black trash bags. One wasn't tied shut. He noticed a strand of blonde hair. He pulled back the edge. Inside was the severed head of his daughter. Her hair still tied in a ponytail. The clock read 9:47 p.m. Overwhelmed, the grandfather ran into the street, yelling for help. Emergency services arrived. Officers handcuffed the calm homeowner. Mark Reebin was charged with murder. The evidence was overwhelming. The digital footprint, the forensic analysis, the psychiatric evaluation. The court found him guilty. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. Mark Reebin wasn't a stranger. He was a successful businessman, a respected community member, a husband and father who posted happy family photos. Beneath that mask was a predator who planned for weeks. He purchased equipment, prepared the basement. Christina built her life from nothing. She left modeling to mentor others. She started her own business. She was a mother never late to pick up her children. In the end, it wasn't a stranger who ended her life. This case proves that sometimes the most dangerous person sits inside your own home. The monster doesn't always look like a monster. He looks like a businessman, a family man, a husband smiling in a photo with the caption, "My World." The warning signs were there. The police report. The visible marks. The friends who knew. The former girlfriend who experienced his cruelty. But it's easy to believe the perfect image. Easy to dismiss red flags. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please leave a like and subscribe. Your support helps me bring more real stories to light. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. About the signs, the red flags, the hidden truths behind perfect-looking marriages. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. Trust your instincts.